And other day, Song 7, and now this great master Shabkar introducing again, pointing out nature of the mind, nature of the present of this mind. This present mind is what is again in a Dzogchen teaching. What's called? If you use the Dzogchen teaching, Dzogchen is complete nature of the mind teachings, nature of everything. In the Dzogchen teaching, everything is in a three kaya status. Three kaya, such as Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, and Nirmakaya status. These three kaya, not outside, it started from within us. This is, therefore, is called inwardly inherited three kaya natures. Because of inwardly three kaya nature, then we perceive externally three kaya Buddhas, such as Buddha Samanthabhadra, Buddha Vajradhara, Buddha Samanthabhadra as a Dharmakaya Buddha, and the Vajradhara, and as well as five Dhyana Buddhas as like Sambhokaya Buddha, and Gurupema Sambho, the Buddha Shakyamuni as a Nirmakaya Buddha. That's what we perceive things. And so, with this understanding, and now, this present our mind, right? My mind, your mind, is the nature of the three kaya status. Three kaya status. These nature of three kayas are in the Tibetan word. Maybe you ask, this is big topics here too. So there, I will use the Tibetan word too. Ngowo, rangdzin, thuje. Ngowo, if you like to write that, N-G-O-W-O, ngowo. And rangdzin, R-A-N-D-C-H-I-N or Z-H-I-N, rangdzin, and thuje, T-H-U-G and then J-E, thuje. So these are the nature of the mind, our mind. This is also known as three primordial wisdoms. Three primordial wisdoms. Primordial wisdom of the, if I use Tibetan word, primordial wisdom of the ngowo, primordial wisdom of rangdzin, and primordial wisdom of thuje. This is the inherited nature. Other day we spoke what? The Buddha is residing right in our heart center, or the youthful vast body. This youthful vast body, that Buddha which is residing right in the center of our heart, is the essence of these three qualities. These are, like in a way, wisdom nucleus, that which is residing in our hearts, primordial nuclear wisdoms. Nuclear wisdom of the emptiness, nuclear nature, the wisdom of the clarity, nuclear wisdom of the energy arising. These three wisdoms. These three wisdom is the source of every displace in the samsara. Samsara. And everything. This is the starting. These three wisdom is, the origin wisdom is, for example, that what we see, the external, the form, sound, space, are also, according to Dzogchen teaching, it developed from this. And the body, speech, mind come from this. And everything, all these three realms of in the Buddha teaching also is a reflection of this. This is the source. Therefore, it is the source of every displace in the samsara. And since it has that, then it is also embodiment of all the enlightened qualities, such as Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, Nirmakaya we talk. And the other day we spoke with five kayas. Five kayas are the display of these three natures. Three combined together, that nature is arising in the form of these three kayas, five kayas. Those five kayas are Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, Nirmakaya, enlightenment kaya, and indestructible kayas. Those are named. What are those differences between this? There's nothing really much difference. The enlightened kaya, the fourth kaya, can be sometimes translated as a Sobhava kaya or Dharma kayas. But enlightened kaya, that means these three natures ngowo, rangdzin, thuje, they're already in enlightened status. Bring up high of that realization, bring up that qualities is called enlightened kayas. Enlightened kaya, or the Tibet ngompar sain chupako is. And the fifth one is indestructible kayas. These nature, three nature or these kayas can be not be destroyed, cannot be divided. It's all in the same status, same nature status, indestructible nature status. Never change, it never go bad or never things happened. From since the beginning times until now. There, when you got that realization, not just as nature as it is, when you got that realization exactly as it is, this is called indestructible kayas. So, those are the four kayas. And then, five wisdoms here. Five wisdoms here, and that I think many of you know, but I will list it. Again, it's coming in the letter too, but maybe I talk here too, list it. And the five wisdoms are Dharma Dhatu wisdoms, and then mirror-like wisdoms, equanimity wisdoms, and all discrimination awareness wisdoms, and all accomplishing wisdoms. All accomplishing wisdoms. Those are five wisdoms. Where these come from? Again, came from the same source. From the nature, from the ngowo, rangdzin, and thuje. What I translated these three things into English, many times this ngowo I translated as nature. Nature. But they are really, it's just very similar in a Tibetan, ngowo, rangdzin. So, nature, ngowo translated as nature, and rangdzin translated as clarity, I translated it. Kind of slightly different, clarity, nature, and thuje translated many times, sparking energy or compassion. Those are I translated. But I think this great master explaining that nature, again these three things, more in the here, in the length, so I won't go maybe here, that. So these three things, so these five wisdoms come from where? Actually from all the trees. But if we say particular from kind of, if we highlight it where, these five wisdoms are the clarity aspect of this nature. What called? Ngowo, rangdzin, thuje, if we say. So these five wisdoms are sparking, lightning qualities of rangdzin, clarities. This is the clarity aspect of the nature of the mind. Then all the other Buddha's qualities, everything such as the five, all the Sambhokaya qualities, Nirmakaya qualities, all that is then is completed within this rupa. Within in the ngowo, within the rangdzin, within the thuje, or within the nature, emptiness nature, within the clarity nature, within the compassion nature. All is completed within that. And now, then we continue this. And therefore, so when you, even though this rupa, in all these five wisdoms divided and it's kind of like make explanation, all these things, all these explanations, but when you look to the nature of the mind, or when you look to your present mind, did you find any of those colors, any of those discriminations? No, there's nothing really we find. Even we make this explanation, if we look inward to your rupa, to your mind, nature of the mind, all is evaporated. All is just kind of like went beyond the conceptions. That aspect, again, our highlight of this great masters too, that aspect is emptiness. That's called emptiness nature. When you don't find anything, even if we're making all these explanations, all that, but we're trying to find of those, each of those, in our mind, in our nature of the mind, there's nothing we can really pinpoint. Anything is all transcendent, all we reach the speechless status. When you discover that nature, that is known as the Dharmakaya natures. That is the Dharmakaya. It's not something that we stuck there. We discovered Dharmakaya nature. What the Dharmakaya said? What is Dharmakaya? Always in the teaching is beyond the conceptions, beyond the 3 times, beyond any levels, beyond any aspects. That is Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya. Now that Dharmakaya, we are not looking outside. We are discovering within ourselves, within yourself, within myself. How we discover? As the great master says, when you make explanation of all this mind, this wisdom, 5 kaya, this and that, all these things, but when you look inwardly, there's nothing you just see, nothing substantially exists at all. That openness, that emptiness, that spaciousness, that vastness, that freedoms is nature of Dharmakaya. Nature of Dharmakaya, of one's own nature of the mind. We discovered that time. Now you discover that nature. Nature. Now that Dharmakaya even is beyond all of those things. It is ready to arising as a display of the conception, if I use word, conceptions. Ready to arising, that energy, before it is materialized as a conception, that energy, that vastness, clarity, that openness, that vivid state is known as Sambhukaya. Here, Great Master said, the self-luminosity quality of the emptiness is Sambhukaya. That is Sambhukaya, that energy, that clarity, that. And what the Great Master in Dzogchen teaching said, when you discover the Dharmakaya nature and relax on the clarity state, trying to stay in the clarity aspect of that nature, that means we bring up that with the Dharmakaya and with the Sambhukaya energy. We relax and let it bring more clarity energies or clarity aspect. Those 4 reasons in the Dzogchen teaching, what said? Meditate with the 3 immovables. Bring little clarities. Not just kind of like most sinking on that emptiness. Sinking that. Bring more clarity. That means you bring the energy, vibrating energy and clarity in our meditation. And that is Sambhukaya. Sambhukaya and the Dharmakaya is inseparable status, of course. So that is Sambhukaya. Again, this Sambhukaya, we're not talking outside. This time, our own nature of the mind, the clay, the energy, that clarity. That is the clarity, that or the luminosity quality is Sambhukaya. And because of this truth, the openness of the Dharmakaya or emptiness of the Dharmakaya, clarity, energy of the Sambhukaya in inseparable status, then what is? Arising thoughts, if I use the word thoughts or conceptions, that is Nirmakaya. This Nirmakaya is also unblockable of the energy are coming out. Unblockable energy. It cannot stop. That anything can arise, anything without any restrictions or regulated, arise ready, flow, kind of continue free flows, qualities that inherit. That is Nirmakaya. That is Nirmakaya Buddhas. Now this Nirmakaya Buddha, or that free-flowing energy or thoughts coming, that nature is nature of the Dharmakaya, nature of Sambhukaya. That means that free-flowing thought is empty, is clarity, is sparkling. So that free-flowing thought is embodiment of three kayas. Therefore, in the Dzogchen teaching, what is it? When you meditate, don't stop the thought. Don't prevent the thought. Don't try to beat this and that. Let it come, let it go. Stay in that freedom status. But don't carry with the distractions. And don't label, don't follow the after that thoughts. When you follow that after thought, we are labeling. We are, that means label means, root of label is grasping, is clinging. Then we are deluded. That delusion is what's called, in the Dzogchen teaching, that's the samsara. Then we are wandering in the samsara again, wandering. Therefore, we being aware that's coming thought, let it come, let it go, and we are able to stay in the present state exactly as it is, then there is nothing is bad, nothing is wrong. Everything is in a three kaya status. Everything is a perfect status. Or therefore those reasons. And it's called Samanabhadra status. And for that reason, Great Master Lungchimba said, his Dharma Dhatu treasures, what he said. Emptiness is Samanabhadra, appearance is Samanabhadra, and display is a Samanabhadra, samsara is a Samanabhadra, nirvana is a Samanabhadra, everything is in Samanabhadra status, or perfect, great perfection status. This realization is not going to start from outside. This begins with this three kaya status. When you abiding in this three kaya status, and all is in three kaya status, therefore it is all is Buddha Samanabhadra state. Buddha Samanabhadra, what is it? Sanskrit word. If we translate that into English, what means? Always good. Always good. There's nothing is not good. All good. This is means Buddha Samanabhadra. All good. And we abiding in the three kaya state, as we discover, as we abide in this status, all is good. All is good. For that reason, as I said, yes now. Lungchipa said, nirvana good, samsara is good, and everything is good. Everything in that condescending status. So, therefore, three kaya is, again, is Great Master's point that we're not going to discover that from outside, looking and searching with effort. It is within us, we discover with the effortless, naturally, very relaxed, calm, peaceful. That's what it is. And to command that clear to make this clear explanation, or with the use